So we're going to take a few minutes to strengthen our nervous systems together. And today's practice is called mindful walking or focused attention walking. So what we'll be doing first is just taking a moment to check in with our bodies and nervous systems. And to do that, you can just stand up like these guys are doing and just let your hands rest where it's comfortable for you. It may be at your sides or a little bit in front or behind you. If you want to clasp your hands, that's fine. Your eyes can either be opened or closed, but if they are open, just take a soft gaze down toward the floor, just so you're kind of putting your focus and attention in one place and on yourself, kind of inwardly. And then take a couple of breaths. So just breathe in and out in a way that feels good to you. And as you do that, start to check in and see, like, how am I feeling? What's my stress level today? If I was going to check in on the nervous system ladder, the green, red, or blue zone, you just kind of ask yourself, where am I on that ladder? And then we'll get started with our practice. So mindfulness or mindful walking is about really paying attention to what we're doing in the moment. And we're going to do this, we can do it with anything, right? We can do it with how we listen to things, what we see through our eyes, how we move our bodies. So we're going to be doing this with walking today and really feeling what's happening in our feet, what's happening in our legs, what are we noticing as we really slow down how we walk and just see how that feels. So the first thing we're going to do is just do a little weight shift in your feet. And you can kind of shift your weight forward toward your toes and then back toward your heels. It's okay if your heels and toes kind of lift as you do that. So it's like you're really feeling, just imagine you were on sand and you're trying to just gently wiggle your feet down and to make an imprint in the sand. Okay? And then you can start to do that a little side to side. Like notice how you can shift your weight to one side of the feet and then the other. Just play with that a couple of times. And then just find your balance point. Like if you were going to feel, what is the center balance point of standing on my feet? Where would that be for me? So you just kind of feel into that in your own body and just stand there for a moment. So now what we're going to do is shift the weight to one foot and kind of lift gently, slightly, the other foot off the floor. And notice how that feels on your foot, and then shift to the other foot, right? So you don't have to lift your foot high, but you just want to go back and forth nice and slowly a couple of times and really feel into, what am I noticing? What kind of pressure do I feel on my feet? Where do I feel it on each foot? How does it feel through my leg, right? Can I feel the strength and energy and engagement of one leg at a time? So if you think about this, what we're doing is walking in place, right? So now we'll start to actually walk. Now, if you're in your classroom, you're going to need to look around and make sure that you kind of have an idea of where you could take like 5 or 6 steps forward away from where you are now, and then you'll be coming back to that place. But you want to make sure that you're doing it so that you're not going to run into anyone, and so that you don't really have to look anyone in the eye. You want to keep your gaze, your focus more on your own body and the direction you're going, and let go of what everyone else is doing as much as you can, okay? Without running into anyone. So now we're going to start the exercise, and I'm going to have you two turn toward me because you'll be walking in this direction. So just take a moment to feel that balance of weight on your feet. And then if you want to do a couple of shifts back and forth slowly so that you can really feel like, how's the pressure on my feet? How does that weight shift feel? And then as you're ready, just very slowly take one step forward, just one step. Breathe in as you step forward, and then breathe out as you pause. Breathe in, take your other foot forward, and breathe out as you pause there. And do that a few more times. So finding your own breath, you breathe in as you step one foot forward, and breathe out, just pause. Keep going. So if I am saying the breath a little slower than you're going, then just go at your own pace, right? So take about one more step in this direction, and then you can slowly start to turn around and we'll go the other way. Breathing in as you step, then breathe out and pause. And going at your own pace, take 5 or 6 steps the other direction, taking yourself back to where you started. Noticing how you can match your breath with your walking and how that slows things down and helps you to really pay attention to what's happening in your body. And now just take a moment once you've finished that up to just stand again and check in. Like, notice, how did that feel to me? Sometimes these things feel a little strange, a little awkward because we've never done them before. But you want to notice, like, even though that might have felt a little bit strange, how does it actually make my nervous system feel? Do I feel a little calmer? Do I feel a little slowed down? Do I feel like I engaged a sense of focus in a way that I don't usually do, right? So that's all for today. I thank you guys for helping out today, and thanks for practicing with Team Peace. We will see you next time.